Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. La 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 la, oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Oh no, empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Oh no, empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. La 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 la, oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. La 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 la, oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Oh no,
Five battle royale between StepBros and IWT. This is gonna be a best of three to find out who goes on to the playoffs of the Crown Championship 2025. This is me, Roots Official, in your castle's desk. Alongside me, it's the none other than Sebastian. Sebastian, how you
Oh,
doing, mate?
hello, hello. Thank you so much, Ruds, for introducing me in here. I'm so excited to cast for these two teams here because they've been so impressive. Don't you think so?
Definitely it is, and I cannot even wait for this match to begin. Straight off the
Ooh.
bat, we have two bands coming up, the Matilda as well as the Fanny. Nothing interesting there. They are just standard bands of the meta right now. On the blue side, let me introduce the teams. On the blue side, we got the Step Bros featuring Illu, Hiroshi, Ellie Feet Hope, Hopeless Retry, and something like hee 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 hee. And Sebastian, you
Nice.
can go and introduce the red team.
And on the red side, IWT, we have Too Fast For You, the one and only. We have Zenny, Zohan on the third, and EXO along with Madara for their fifth lineup. I'm seeing a Phobius ban, which is not really common these days, especially, with the nerf that has come up. He is still a menace to deal with. But then again, if there's not really much heroes that can dash, he's kind of useless, I would say. But there we go. These two teams here have proven, actually the otherwise. They always seem to prove the impossible, making it happen every single time. Isn't it, Raj?
Your team is banning.
Yes, definitely it is. And speaking of OP heroes, we got the Lucas being banned straight off the bat.
Oh,
I mean, in yesterday's match, we just saw that like the Lucas was open, and the
Your
IGN
team
just
is
took it
mhm.
banning.
and just played the whole long game, right? They just
Oh
dominated the
no.
game. So definitely
Oh no.
Lucas should be on your ban list, whether you're in rank or in a tournament lobby. And we see the Hurrit as well banned. The Leonels are pretty common as bans. Shall we see a Joy ban here, Sebastian? What do you think?
I We could possibly see a Joy, but then again, you know what? If Joy is picked a little too early or is being opened up, they can easily get that Mincetar, or even sometimes Mincetar doesn't even really
そなた
work,
の願いより
especially
お
if
なれしちゃ
that
おう
Your
Joy is going
team
to be,
is picking.
このランタンの
fed
光
as
に
well.
導か
But
れ
there
る
we go. We see a Zushin ban, probably the most annoying mage in the entire game right now.
Definitely so. And I think the Fovius ban here, Ricardo, it dictates the pace that I think StepBros don't want such dashing and such fast-paced heroes from
Definitely.
the side of IWT. I mean, that is pretty
I
common
agree.
from a team of top caliber like IWT, right? These two are one of the best
Exactly.
teams in India right now. So who do you
And
think this first pick is gonna
全
go
て
for?
を終わらせるまで
oh
Okay, we
my
got the
私
answer.
は
goodness.
戦い続ける
Yeah,
I
Sebastian.
did not expect Hilda. I like usually people would go maybe more for the Suyu because Suyu is open right now. Hayabusa maybe as well. But then again, they have quite the big counters coming up. But then again, a Hilda with Revitalize. Come on, man. EXP lane or Roam is going to be one hell of a battle that we are going to be experiencing as well.
I mean, the Hilda was pretty common. I mean, if we talk about pre any cup kind of a meta, right now the meta has
Mm-hmm.
shifted a little bit. But I mean, I will not be facing this angry lady charging down my throat, with her
Exactly.
axe, with the revitalize. I mean, she's a menace to see. I mean, I hope she
She
doesn't
just
come in my
can't
dreams. I mean, that's that's how afraid I am of this whole lady.
Your team is
She
picking.
just can't die. And speaking of that, we have Suyu, just what I was expecting the first pick to be. But then we have Granger being picked out by Too Fast for You. But then again, there we go. Granger is, sorry, Harris has been banned out, which is a really, really easy counter for Granger. But then again, if this Irithel plays out well, the movement speed coming in from her dagger is going to be pretty,
我が矢を
pretty,
導け
annoying to deal with, especially the fact that Granger relies on actually hitting the hero. So, that's going to be a
Yeah.
problem here, don't you think so?
I mean, the Irithel has been set as a standard pick against the Granger so far, and so far it
Mm-hmm.
has proven to be effective with the
Your
mobility
team is
and
picking.
with the defensive, like the defensive destroying capabilities Irithel has. It definitely shows that a Granger's worthy opponent can be the Irithel, along with the AOG master Gertrude Kacha being picked up. I mean, those two are
Man,
definitely great combination along with the Hilda to take out Granger or any
that,
assassin on that point. Can
that's
this
not
Soyu
looking
survive
good.
though?
That's not looking good for IWT right now because the first two picks, looking at it from, StepBro's side, it is very, very durable. And the fact that their, mobility is going to be affected so much
Your
as
team is
well
banning.
is going to be one of the main factors why IWT might lose. But there we go. We see Zenny picking out the glorious pathway, the high loss, the one and only, the person who could possibly, turn the tides over heroes like Irithel and even that Hilda as well, because both their movements are really, really fast. My
I mean,
goodness me.
definitely. IWT needed a front line, a solid, beefy front line, and who has more
Mhm.
beef in the house than Hylos? He has one of the highest HPs in the game, and
Yeah.
he should be proven effective to stop the Hilda to some extent. I mean, what do you say?
Mhm. I definitely
私の
do
フラッシ
agree
ュ
with
ビートを
you,
通
but
過す
there
る
we
ゲ
go.
ー
Just as you have mentioned, Ruds, Joy has been banned out. Step Bros doesn't have their jungler yet, which, I'm kind of surprised that they haven't picked out their jungler because usually I've seen in
Our
most of their
team is
games as well,
banning.
they do pick out their junglers first. They always guarantee, to get their retribution user to be the first picked or the second picked hero. But surprisingly, it's not really happening over here.
That definitely
Yep.
is. So, the CC and the Joy being banned, the
Your
Hayabusa is a
team is
great ban, though.
banning.
I mean, talking
I
about
agree.
assassins in the current meta, there's the Ling, there's the Hayabusa, there's the Fanny, and two of the assassins have already been banned out. One of them, Soyu, has already been picked.
Your
Ooh.
team
So
is
this is going to be
pivoting.
interesting to see what comes up. The Edith
Oh
has been picked up,
no.
though. Ricardo, any shots on that?
That is pretty messed up because Edith, I was hoping for Edith to be picked out by IWT, considering the fact that she has marksman damage with tank items, so that is kind of like a cheat code basically for tanks. And looking at Hilda and Gatot, she could have been an easy pick off for the both of them to be completely utterly useless in the late game and even in the mid
Your
game as
team
well.
is
But there we go, the mage has been picked out by EXO from IWT, and it is the Bat King, which is Sicilian. What would they be going here for? I'm really, excited for Hopeless Retreat to be picking out his hero as well.
Exactly. The Sanguine Claws can certainly be an immobilizer if we talk about mobility
Hmm.
from the Irrital. So that can be a great counter, to be honest. Even for the Hilda, I
Hmm.
mean, the slow, if the Ice Queen wand is used,
Your
that
team
is going to be huge
achieved.
for
Oh.
Team IWT. So IWT is, it looked like they were losing the draft in the first half. They got us in the first half, but I think they're
Hmm.
rounding up their drafts pretty well. Alpha has
Oh.
been picked up. I mean, it's a pretty like standard jungle. So when it especially
Yeah.
comes to the early game against the Soyu, and we have the Eve. I mean, who else do you need in the mid lane other than the Eve? I cannot even decide which team has the better draft at this point.
Oh my
Can you,
goodness
Sebastian?
me. Exactly, Ruds. There we go. Carmela being picked out for their roam. Now, this is pretty interesting because, they already have like a decent amount of burst considering the fact that Suyu and Granger are in one team. But then, adding Carmela to link them all together to, add extra damage. Come on, that's just unnecessary at this point. And overkill, I would say. But there we go. I think Alpha is a really wonderful pick here considering the fact that Hylos will be the one charging in the most.
Absolutely, Sebastian. And to be honest, we have the couples into the game, and those two are gonna show some pretty good combinations. To be honest, we do not see so much in the rank games, because probably they are played by
Mhm.
Nibbas and Nibbies. But here, at the topmost level of competitive Indian gaming, I think we are gonna see some great combinations. Some
I
Welcome
romantic
to
agree.
moments of
MOBA Legend!
Sicilian saving her Carmel, his
5
Carmela,
seconds till the
something like
enemy
that.
reaches the battlefield.
Let's hope
Exactly.
for the
And
best as we land into the land of dawn, guys. One more time. Sebastian, what are your views and who do you vote for winning this match?
I really am scared to vote because every time I try to vote, it just ends up being the opposite of what I was hoping because late game comes in and then they outshine every single opponent, which I have chosen to choose. So I would keep quiet at this and just I would love to see which team wins and hopefully maybe secretly my team would win.
I understand your views. You're trying to be diplomatic, my friend. Try your hands
Yes,
at politics someday.
I would love
As we
to.
get into the action, guys, in the mid lane, there was a try by StepBros
Ooh.
to get into the buff side, but he does not look very confident. Ilu on the Gutted Kata is pretty low and gets
Oh,
down by Johan on that Soyu. Can you have a better combination than that? Perfectly played
my.
by IWT for the lead when it comes to kills
Oh
in this match.
my
And they are
goodness.
going for a counter engage, a counter exit, counter invade of their own. Sicilian is so low. Hilda has her eyes on her. But it is not going to work out. Hilda, however, Madra is going down. Alpha, with the spear of Alpha already connecting on to the high loss. This is gonna be double kill for the Step Bros. And they get a triple. Johan is very low. What is it gonna be? Immune himself into the second turret, somehow surviving. That is one heck of a comeback from Step Bros. What do you think, Ricardo?
That was a pretty intense battle, considering the fact that I thought, Johan would be getting that easy kill over there. Did not get that, and they do secure the blue buff as well for their own teammates, which is quite a lot better if it if it comes to me for the fact that you're gonna be losing that blue so early on. But there we go. The turtle has been settled up with a beautiful one kill lead over there, and the goal looking pretty smug and neat for the early game. And there we go. Not looking good over here, Raj.
Yes, certainly the RWM being popped out. StepBros are totally into their bases and are getting every kill possible. IWT trying to fire back. There's Granger with the Rhapsody. Can he actually get something out of this team fight? We already see that two people went down. So this is pretty interesting to see. StepBros are not playing the defensive game here. They're just going into the faces of their opponents and trying to take every bit of advantage they can. Sebastian, are you a fan of such gameplay right now?
Exactly. This is why, I cast. This is the reason I fell in love with ML. Playing games like these, I just love the fact that it brings so much energy into something that, we just see on a screen. We just look into it. But the fact that sometimes we feel like we're the ones, getting so excited to play on matches like this, it's what is intense. And going back into the game, RUDS, I would love to point out that they have heroes that stack up, and the late game is going to be one hell of a nightmare to go against, as IWT will definitely have the upper hand in. Whoa! My goodness me, in
Knock hammer kill up top, right onto the Hilda. Hylos helping the Soyu, and I think that is going to be a good goal conversion for Johan there on the Soyu. So definitely a Fed hyper is a great hyper to have in your team, as
Exactly.
something of a somewhat of a tension can be felt in the bottom lane, but nothing much. I mean, both the teams are pretty clever at this point. Already, IWT have faced the aggressive approach of StepBros. I mean, this is one way to go for it. StepBros so far have been the underdogs in this group stage, and they are showing what India has. Every other team you say that is not good enough, well, guess again. They're improving. They're your doors, just like StepBros are knocking on the doors of IWT. On the Hilda, a triple. AOG lands on nothing for so far. There's Grazia with actually trying to somehow disengage and save his teammates. There's a third one falling on. He gets a kill on the Hylos as well. So it's just two people left for IWT. It's almost 5 minutes into the match, and we already got a total of 9 kills. The StepBros are leading with almost a 2K lead.
That was such a nasty group fight to watch, as IWT just had to get away from that group fight, but then again failed miserably and losing too at the upper hand as well. And there we go, the bot lane not looking good here for Ilu.
Definitely not. I mean, do you see the health of Elu? He is not going to survive at all. I mean, mistakes were probably made. StepBros are perfectly consistent on the aggressiveness, but can they survive is the question. They have to hold on to their horses. They haven't still won the whole game yet. So I think a controlled aggression should be on their minds right now, as long as we're taking the objectives. Because this game, Sebastian, we know it well, this game can turn on its head just with the brink of a team fight.
Exactly, and I'm kind of hoping to see a really strong comeback coming in from IWT, because they do have really, really wonderful late game potential as well. But then, if Ilu goes in with the AOG so perfectly well placed and balanced as well for, with the Hilda topping off with her skills as well coming in, I think this is going to be I think every group fight here is going to be one hell of a fight, and a nasty one to begin with as well. There we go.
Exactly.
Look at Hiroshi.
That is some nice zoning by Hiroshi. The Hilda is beefy enough to zone. And I mean, there's so much for the AOG to connect. There's the retry coming out of the Alpha. StepBros survive. Another turtle. AOG landing straight onto the Hylos. Just the backline being targeted by the Hilda. He's gonna go down though, but she was just a disappearance as RWM has been popped up. The blood neck. It's coming out from too far for you.
Oh
Triple kill
my.
for Grandeur. Can you believe it, guys? Just like that, just as we talked about it, Sebastian, the game has been turned on to its head right now. As IWT is marching on and taking at least two of the turrets from Step Bros.
Hats off to Madara for that beautiful, beautiful link there. I didn't expect that four-man link, and I thought he was going to get only three. But there we go, one shot once again. A small amount of zone got in, and there we go. Four-man linked up for Granger. Too fast for you to immediately take them off as soon as possible as well. He finally has 30 stacks on his Sky Piercer, so that's going to be a pretty, pretty intense over the fact that even just one is enough to make a huge difference in a 1v1 situation. My goodness me.
Exactly. This is so much to digest at this point. I mean, what can we even say? I mean, these two are the top teams for ML in a reason, and they're just showing you how it's done. One small mistake, and they'll take a mile out of it, guys. A mile out of it.
Looking at the goal difference as well is just like 900 or almost a 1k difference right now. But I think that's not really going to be necessary at this point considering the fact that their levels are almost equal as well. But it all comes down to the gold laner here. Irithel proving to be quite useful against Granger, but not really, working out on the fact that Granger is too fast for him, just as the IGN has to present it as well. And Zenny not looking good over here. A group fight may seem to start. No, luckily. All right, I think StepBros isn't ready for another group fight here, considering the fact that Madara
Yeah.
has his link and is just waiting for that perfect moment every single time. A beautiful link coming in always from that Madara.
Exactly. The Carmilla in the last team fight by Madara was the X factor as she linked them up perfectly for the Death Sonata, Rhapsody, and God knows what else came in. The Sanguine Claws, of course. I mean, that is one heck of a team fight we just witnessed. And that's why I guess Stepbros are well, not so pretty reluctant at this point to take this. However, the Lord Dance has just begun. Hiroshi is pretty low. Alpha secures yet another objective. But can they survive? Step Bros looking pretty low. RWM being. And they survive. Double kill by the Alpha. Irichel is there, but she is pretty low. So many low members at this point. Who's gonna get
Oh.
the top? Step Bros decide to disengage. They have the Lord. They should not be taking such risk at this point. They have the upper hand. Step Bros need to regroup, recuperate, and move on, and possibly take some objectives at this point.
you know, I love that Hopeless Retry went in for the objective instead of the kill, more necessarily, and that is what makes a good retribution user different from a good esports player. And there we have it, retribution objectives along with making sure your team gets that farm is what is necessary, especially if you're going to go into the jungle lane as well. Even though they did lose out on the group fight a lot. The map control from StepBros is really strong, and it is in fact even after that wipe out that IWT is the one losing turrets instead.
I mean, Step Bros have that advantage, just chipping down the
Mhm.
opponents from a distance with the Eve. I mean, she probably has the glowing on wand as well. I mean, yes, in fact, she has the glowing wand, and she's making the ice cream wand as well. So this is gonna be treacherous for IWT when it comes to the late game. We have the Irtel as well. I mean, last time she got caught in the Sanguine Claws of the Sicilian, headed by Exo, but
Mhm.
this time if the Irrital finds its mark, if a good AOG lands by Elu, this is gonna be just a disaster for IWT. So far so good. Right now the turrets are almost leveled. One turret extra for Step Bros as they took the last Lord. That is how the things goes. Everybody from IWT are lined up in the mid lane, but Step Bros are pretty far away. It's comical, isn't it, Sebastian, when we
I
think of
do,
it?
I do love the fact that it was 4 on 4 on opposite bushes, and that is like, that's just straight out of a meme, man.
Exactly.
My goodness
The
me.
bush gods are real in ML India right now, as both teams are pretty poised and waiting for an opportunity. There we go. There's the high loss who is going to stun and stop Hiroshi from connecting onto the batlines. But can he save his own ass as he's on the line? He gets taken out by the Uritel. AOT connects right on spot. Legendary though, coming out from the Granta. The
Oh
triple kill.
my goodness me.
You is on a roll. Iritel is next on the chopping block. Johan, IWT, everybody on. But Iritel actually just connects. Such a swagger maneuver right there, guys. She just turned and crossbowed him to infinity. Honestly. Eve, Eve, you shouldn't be there. You shouldn't be there. And that
Oh
is.
my goodness me. What a
Oh,
play.
oh,
What a wonderful
whoa,
hit.
whoa. This is actually
No.
such a twist in the story. I mean, this is such unpredictable gameplay. I mean, was the Eve on there? Was the Eve there on purpose to actually bait for the Irrital? We won't know, guys. We will never know, Sebastian.
What the heck was that? Irritel's damage just suddenly went in, and with that, the physical break as well. There we go again. Look at the tanky high loss, not helping himself to all of that damage, having to pop up and force that glorious pathway to be used up, and now they do not have anything to sustain to help against the turrets over here, because I think definitely the top lane will go down. And there we go, once again, the curse lane from Madara getting ready to link them up once more, and it's not looking good for IWT because they are losing out against Irithel. And Ruds, this is what I was, kind of
Yeah,
hoping that might happen. Because the fact that Too Fast for You has to really, aim well. Otherwise, Irithel is just not gonna get hit. And with that crossbow tang as well, it's not really, what you call it. She's just gonna heal up all of the lost
yeah.
HP that she's lost over there as well.
And did
This
you
is
see,
not.
Sebastian? Just like last time when Irtil got caught, she actually this time she
Mm,
ran away. She waited for the perfect
exactly.
opportunity to dive back in. And I think if this was a maneuver planned out by StepBros preemptively, this is one hell of a comeback we are seeing, guys. I mean, these guys are the underdogs of this tournament, and these guys are proving every day, every time they are at the brink of an elimination, they dig down deep, somehow, some way. I don't know if they pray to the ML gods or someone else. India, we got a lot of them, but we dive straight into the action as there's the RWM, but the falling side are the Step Bros. Every one of them are collapsing. There's a flicker combinations coming out from everywhere. Sebros are somehow beaming, bobbing,
Oh
and trying to
my.
make it out there. Sebros have some great step maneuvers. I mean, what to say, Sebastian?
That was quite the funny mistake that Eli, if he'd hope, did. But there we go. In big stages like this, mistakes do tend to happen. And if it could happen in a worst timing possible, it
Oh,
definitely did. And there we go.
two people are so low. Oh my god, the AOG somehow saves their lives. RWM coming up, but there's nobody to follow it up. One guy will die, however, two are very low. Granger uses, forces the wind of nature. There's Irritel on the charge, but she is gonna be stopped by the Rhapsody and the barrage of bullets. So this is so far so good. Too Fast for You is actually pretty fast on his brains there, to be honest. And okay, so five people of Step Bros are there, and the Lord is gonna spawn in 20 seconds. This is gonna be interesting to see. I mean, Sebastian, every time we see that Step Bros have the advantage, IWT just takes the team fight away from them. What do you think should
Exactly.
Step Bros do to actually win and close out this match?
I definitely think here that Alpha should kind of focus on Carmilla here and try to focus all of that damage on himself, because he's going to be the one dealing as much true damage as possible, for the fact that nothing, not like literally not even 1 ounce of defense will be able to help Madara and Zenny as well. But then also sacrificing himself, Eli would be getting in that final shots as well, and hoping to see that work out here, because Too Fast for You is kind of being a big problem right now. Oh my goodness me! So close to
Yourself
being taken
just
out so quickly. Whoa,
Rachel
that
was
was
just gonna regret her life decisions as we go into another team fight. This one seems forced by Step Bros, but this is not turning out to be a great one as Hiroshi is gonna be isolated and taken out. This is like a pack of dogs. IWT hunt down one of their members and take them away for an easy Lord contest. Hopeless Rectory has so far won 100% of the Rectory battles, but this time it doesn't look in his favor. Can he push through?
Ooh.
Can he become a hero at this stage? AOT being popped right into the back line. There's the freeze being used. There goes Johan. There is the Lord
Oh no.
being taken by Madara. But this is not
Oh.
team fight to be taken lightly, guys. All of the members are falling one by one. Three people have already fallen for Team IWT. Is Zenny going to be next on the chopping block?
Oh
Yes, he is.
no.
Perfect combination by Gatut Kacha and the Eve. There's Irtil already knocking on the door. Can they survive? Can the crystal be saved? Four people down. There's only Madara. I mean, he is a great Uchiha, maybe the greatest Uchiha alive. But can he survive? Can he take this battle of ML away from Team Step Bros?
Oh
RWM Pop.
no.
This is not looking good for Team IWT.
Oh
Everybody wiped out.
man.
This is gonna be Step Bros taking game one of this best of three challenge. They are one
Oh
step closer,
my.
moving on to the
Victory!
playoffs of Crown Championship 2025.
What?
Sebastian, what did we
Oh
just
man.
witness?
I have no words. I'm just like, what the heck just happened? Like they were going in so well, and then finally, the group fights were being handled so well by Madra and Zenny. But then, Eli waiting for the perfect moment, just waited and waited and made sure that he did not get linked, and that is definitely the cause of why IWT fell. They could not check Eli, and they could not even check the mage, the Eve over here by Step Bros as well. Ruds, I would love to say that Too Fast for You did really well, considering the fact that he was winning his lane in the early game. But then, it got a little too much after the fact that Ilu keeps trying to jump on him. He has to waste his skills and he has to use some of his spell as well. So that kind of, gave an advantage, especially for Eli to make moves like that. And this is why the MVP actually kind of goes to Elo here. Personally, I know every roamer deserves the MVP.
I mean, that is true. Roamers are the most underrated categories in the game right now. But definitely, Too Fast for You played his life out on the line. I mean, the only fear factor for IWT must have been the Hylos, who didn't perform so well. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
Zenny on the Hylos was a little underwhelming. So I think definitely something needs to change for the EXP for Team IWT. When it comes to Step Pros, though, the final team fight where it mattered, they won it. They lost the Lord. I mean, IWT won the war to lose the battle. That's all I can say, or I
Exactly.
should say it the opposite way. The cause of the because, as you say, Ricardo, was that I Step Bros were just too better on the team fights. The AOG connected perfectly.
Exactly.
All of them rushed onto Johan, got him to forced him to use the freeze. He had nothing left to do in this situation. Madara stole the Lord and pretty much got the team fight there, but it was not enough as there were so many people, just too many people on the back lines taking away the power sources, the powerhouses of Team
Exactly.
IWT. This is going to be game one. Sebastian, do you have any words to say for the audience?
Guys, stay tuned because this is not the end. There are possibly two more games left after this if Step Bros win one more time. So, this is going to be a pretty interesting match considering the fact that IWT could be making a comeback. So, guys, stay tuned. We will be going on a, tiny break.
Yes, we will be back soon, just in a jiffy, guys. So do not switch on your TVs, do not change the channel, do not go to anybody else's YouTube channel, because hey, mate, can I get a bottle of water? Yeah, you heard it right. We have a special guest coming out all the way from the UK, the United Kingdom. And this is going to be your boy, Kronos, along with the beautiful, the dashing, Meiko Gaming. Just in the jiffy. See you.
Yeah. Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off as friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way. Even when I'm feeling down, I fight. Even when I don't know what is right, I'ma pick a side and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shape me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off as friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way. Even when I'm feeling down, I fight. Even when I don't know what is right, I'ma pick a side and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shape me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside. I'm alone. Yeah. Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Yeah, let's go. I don't wanna break down. Always feel like I could break.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Crown Championship. And this is the grand finals of the group stage. Team IWT in it to win it versus Team SCP StepBros. And the match
Your
is
team is
already at
banning.
1-0. Well, this is looking interesting, but more interesting than
Your
that,
team is
look
banning.
what the cat dragged in. And for your reference, I am the cat, and this is the guy I dragged in. Say hello, everyone. Say hello to the one and only Kronos. Hi, Kronos.
Hello, Meiko. Hello, hello. Nice to be here. The references probably went over people's heads, but hey, if we're here now, we're ready to rock and roll. I'm excited to be a part of the Crown Championship. I'm sorry about the little, gimmicks and thingamajiggies that happened earlier, but here we are, and I believe this is one of the most important matches, of course, and winner of this is guaranteed a prize, and if I was them, I'd be focusing and putting all my eggs in a couple of baskets to make sure I get that prize. Because you want to win, you don't want to. You want to go out with a bang, and even if you're going to be on the losing side, you better bring your A game, right, Miko?
Your team is
Definitely. Well, I don't think anyone likes an eggless cake right now. But that's very important reference because,
Your team
someone
is
was
banning.
out there playing classic matches, so I literally had to drag someone in. But look at that. There are four people already taking the permanent citizenship of the ban zone. There's Fanny, Gatot, Kacha, and Phoebus and Zushin as well. I feel like that is pretty much like, self-explanatory. Like no one likes these people in the enemy team because they can be really, really annoying in a 5v5 fight.
Yeah, I think they're not just annoying. I think they're just a little. It's something that they can't deal with. It kind of changes the composition that you're going with in your team. It changes the way that you have to approach the game, approach team fights, and of course, you can't. It not just changes one singular hero, but it changes the entire team's coordination. And Zushin belongs on that first red side ban. That's her home. She never gets out of it, and if she does, it's gonna be after a couple of nerfs, not one, maybe two or more. But Phoveus, on the other hand, I feel like they're trying to go in for a mobile EXP laner that kind of doesn't want to be kept in lane with the Phoveus. So I'm looking for possibly a Badang or maybe a Hilda, but the Hilda's being banned out. Maybe a Khalid can pop up in the EX lane. Not really sure what they're going to go with. StepBros, and they've been there in the leaderboard for quite a long time as well, winning tournaments, at least finishing in the top 5 or top 3. And right now against IWT, I feel like Too Fast For You, he's no stranger in the Indian meta. And of course, he's no stranger to the scene. Just a matter of time till we see what they're going to pick up. Ooh.
Your
Definitely.
team
And
is
oh, they
banning.
actually go for the Hylos as the first pick. Like, last match, Hylos was donning a Choco medal. But at the same time, I just feel like that is so unfair because they just do so much of the work, like provide you vision, try to zone out people, and take all the damage onto themselves.
Yeah, Hylos is a good pick, not just because of the fact that he can be a roamer, he can also be flexed into the EXP lane. And I feel like the flexibility that he provides changes the prospect of how the teams can build towards having a team fight, a pick-off composition, going for the late game even. But on the other side, they look at the Hylos and they kind of hard read into it, thinking it's going to be an EXP lane. So they go for the CC to poke them out early on. And I think that's showing your cards a little too early, but you never know. They could be cooking something really good because the Granger was available. They pick him up, and if I was on the blue side of IWT, I'd be going for the Hayabusa right now, maybe even the Badang, just to make sure that this Granger and the CC will have a harder time.
Definitely. I just feel like they might be going in for an Erathel as well, like we saw the matchup in the last match. But if they don't, I'm definitely expecting a ban on her name coming in at the second phase. Also, if Zenny is actually the EXP laner, I feel like this is gonna be trouble because I've seen like CC is countering like pretty good counter to him right now.
Yeah, I agree. But at the moment, they just gotta go for something that can shut down this Granger, right? The Granger is the target right now. The Hylos, yes, is gonna be the front line. They're looking to play a front-to-back composition with a dive possibility. As you can see right now, they go for the Suyo as well. They make it short. They get that early game snowball locked in. They do not want to let that go whatsoever. And with the Irithel, this gold lane matchup is going to be 50-50. Going to come down to the micros. Too fast for you. I've seen him play in a lot of tournaments. I've seen him do quite well in the gold lane. So I feel like he might have the upper hand, but you never know what StepBros is going to cook. And at this point, there's a lot left over. They've already revealed their cards, right? They have the EXP lane. They have their gold. They should be locking in their mid laner, maybe a possible Aurora, unless they want to go into the jungle Hayabusa just to take out the Cyrithel. But I feel like that's just gambling quite a lot.
Well, that is a good possibility, but I feel like he might be falling short in the late game. So they can just they are actually going for Belleric. Can Belleric actually entangle Erathel in his vines with the Wrath of Dryad? Because I okay, that's a really quick ban coming in. Like as good as Eve was in the last match, especially from STPT, like they are just banning it themselves because they know her potential.
Yeah, I like the Eve ban because it plays into the composition of the blue side, right? They have that RWM that can drop it down with the Glorious Pathway, slow them, and next thing you know, Irithel just running circles around you with the heavy crossbow, and Johan can just come and finish it off with the Soul Sever. So that's a good composition, good read, trying to take out what could be a hard time for them, especially the Sicilian as well with the high ground. They do have the poke in the form of this Granger. They need to add up a little bit more damage because he's going to be the finisher, but you need someone to start engaging. You need someone to hold these team fights together. They need a little bit more CC, a little bit more crowd control. That this CC, you get it? CC. That's not. She's not bringing it in towards the table, but reading into that, they take away the alpha because that's the other snowball jungler they could look for, and maybe take out. Yeah, I was gonna say the Hayabusa has to be taken out because you don't want to risk the snowball potential that he brings onto the table, especially with that Ogi Shadow kill in the early game. He gets 2 kills. You gotta be unstoppable. Your gold laner is gonna have a really hard time. So now possible pickup in the mid lane, maybe an Aurora. In the jungle, I'm not really sure.
I was also thinking the same. Like Aurora also has a good disengage potential, but both the teams are lacking the mages right now. So the range, the CC, that's gonna mean a lot. But as you said, Valentina, now I am really interested to know whose ultimate is she gonna go shopping for. Now that's an ultimate she can go for, but she's not gonna get the transcendence.
I mean, think about it. She's got the vouchers, right? She got 2 vouchers, 3 vouchers. You got the glorious pathway. They're gonna get that soul sever. If they take the Louis, it works. But you're just playing in the hands of StepBros. You just don't want them to counter you. I like the Khalid coming out. They're playing in for a lot of early game domination, a lot of mobility, and they have the late game kind of secured in the bag with that Irithel as well. So this Luyi can definitely be problems for the side of StepBros unless Hihi over here can get that poke in the early game, get that faster wave clear, and be a problem. But you definitely cannot go wrong with the Badang right now. Just locking that in, that's a lot of CC in the early game, a lot of level 2 power spikes. This first turtle team fight is gonna be crucial, especially for StepBros. depending on who they go in the jungle.
That's looking like definitely a dangerous combo, you know? Like Badang's Fist Crack and the Fist Wind coming in with the duality of Logi. Especially after you have been slowed by the Glorious Pathway and the AoE damage coming in from Earthel's heavy crossbow build. Oh my god. So there's someone we
No.
had actually forgotten, and looks like Lucas is taking the center stage. At the same time, oh, that's why we have Badang Rome and EXP Halos or the other way around.
No, no, it's gotta be the Rome Badang, right? You want to make sure that you have a lot of CC in the early game. With the Rome Hylos, it works as well. You kind of balance it out with the Belleric. I'm not a big fan of the Lucas in the jungle because yes, you provide a lot of CC. You can be sustaining in these team fights, but it's only a matter of time till your power spike drops off, and then after that Johan's just gonna start snowballing, and your wave clear and your jungle clear rather is really slow as well. So Meiko, draft is set. I like blue team. Do you like blue team, red team?
Definitely speaking, like this is a really hard choice, and but I'm just trying to process it. You know, last Madara was
Welcome
the
to
Rome,
MOBA
so
Legends!
yeah, exactly. Vedang is the
5
EXP and
seconds till the
Hylos is the
enemy
Rome.
reaches the
And I'm
battlefield.
definitely
Smash
not sure
them!
what they are strategizing and what they're trying to cook, but I'll say let them cook. And both of them are starting off at the top part of the map, so it's gonna be Golden Gang. So yeah, I guess I also like the blue team right now.
I mean, blue team's looking solid, right? But anyways, for those of you who are joining us right now, make sure to like, subscribe, share, hit that bell icon, call your friends over because you're watching the Crown Championship, the group stage grand finals. Of course, you got IWT versus StepBros on the casting desk. Myself, Kronos, alongside me, Meiko, the one and only. And of course, we are looking at that early game domination that the blue team, that is IWT, are looking for. They're trying to get that Lethal Wanderer secured. However, you can see Granger hover around the corner. Eli Hope. He's gonna bring the hope to his team, doesn't he, Meiko?
Definitely, like he was really, really good in the last game, but well, Hopeless Retreat does manage to get the lethal, and look, dispersion's coming in strong as well. There's
Yeah,
a
it is
lot
quite
of
strong.
warning.
Yeah, you can see Hopeless Retro right now gets low. At the same time, you can see that he gets taken down first. The blood, the revitalize from Madara is just too much for them to deal with. And Johan gets that in his bag. He came shopping, he found something he liked, and he took it.
That's quite troublesome, you know? Like, I just feel like once stuck, like, Lucas does not have a lot of mobility to, like, disengage or run away. So the amount of slow that the Ring of Punishment deals, especially with targeted dispersion, duality, rotation coming in from Logi, like, I don't think he can survive that amount of damage in the early.
Yeah, he definitely cannot, because that's what the whole composition is about, having the Ring of Punishment along with that wall that Badang brings to the table, with that yin-yang rotation, that dispersion, the combination. It's gonna be a little annoying for them to deal with, of course, but at the same time, they do have Ilu with the Wrath of the Dryad that can buy a few seconds of time, but only a few seconds. Because right now you can see Johan goes in for it. The Soul Sever is there already. Wrath of the Dryads comes out, but he gets taken down immediately. And the killing there, but oh my goodness, the fist crack from Zenny catches them off guard that they can't really do anything. The Glorious Pathway to run away, and Eli Hope bringing all the hope with him, with the Rhapsody, with that Death Sonata, gets the kills. A 2-for-1 trade, and they get the turtle in the bag as well, Meiko.
This is really strange because I was thinking that was such a good time for the turtle because, Hopeless Retreat had to like hopelessly retreat that time. And this is going so good, but suddenly the Wrath of the Dryads and the turnover and the fact that actually Eli Hope came together, like he came through at the perfect point, although Badang does escape 1 HP. But still, like that's a good team play coming in from them. Everything was just a little late, but I think if this was a proper team fight, this could be pretty equal right now.
Yeah, it could have been an equal team fight, but he over here gets caught out. Ring of Punishment comes out at the same time. He gets taken down low, but he's able to dash out, and that's the mobility that the Valentina brings to the table, right? That's why this mage is preferred in the higher elos, in the players that have much more of a micro prowess in the game, that understand the game heavier, and you can see that coming into the play. But right now they're going for the diversion play into the bot side, and they catch him off guard, but he gets seen. However, Hope is still alive for the side of StepBros. And right now, that rotation was an utter fail, you can say. But at the same time, this Lucas, you can see that he's underwhelming in the jungle, and that's why I don't like him in the early stages of the game. But however, in the mid phase of the game, he starts getting up, right? He gets to the point where he can deal a lot of damage and sustain even a lot more. And right now you can see Elu goes in, gets the taunt on towards Madara, but that's not the target he's looking for. The duality combo dishing out some damage. 30 seconds until the turtle spawns Meiko, but here comes the diversion play.
This is really exciting because both the teams are doing kind of the same things, but it looks like someone is already knowing. Like, IWT is playing pretty safe, and both the diversion plays were completely nullified.
Yeah.
Both the teams are playing safe, and both the marksmen are so like intelligent. Like, they just see everyone missing from the map, and another diversion play coming in. But this time, looks like it's a fight.
no.
The Rhapsody, oh my god, the Sonata is also coming in for a stack with the Fishman going up. The Wrath of the Dragon has also been used. Look at that. That's right now.
No.
I am
No.
at a loss of words. I'm so sorry for that, but
Hiroshi, he's about to survive the yo-yo blitz. Zenny, it's 1v1, but Johan comes in to save the day. But you can see right now, that's Sonata from Hope to make sure they can kite back and they get that tower in the mid lane. They want to get real estate. They want to take it, not getting taxed about it whatsoever. The turtle is still up. They didn't get either side. 6-6 skill score. Not much of a goal difference, but you can tell that having one tower in the mid lane kind of gives them an advantage, leaves the jungle open for the side of IWT, and Elu gets the turtle started for the side of StepBros.
definitely the map controllers right now as the momentum. Like, the scores is balanced, but I would still say that red team has the control. But once again, like, I just like it so much that, you know, it's like a cat. You just were taking the turtle and suddenly you just got distracted and you just focused on the fight so much that they just forgot about the turtle. But again, the Wrath of the Dragon has been used. It's just here and then getting a kill. Ranger gets the kill. Valentina as well. That's 3 for 1 trade. Oh my god, a double kill coming in. Also, the turtle has been secured by Hopeless Frederick. Hopeless Frederick gets another kill. Benang does get a kill, but he's taken down by Valentina. But that is complete wipe out. And STV is showing some great amount of domination right now.
Wow, that was a full 5-man wipe coming in from the side of StepBros. They stepped it up, and it all started while Elu was taunting them out, and he's able to kite back 5-0-5 on a Valentina. He's absolutely playing bonkers right now, and I spoke about it earlier, Meiko. The mid-game power spike of this Lucas, he will be able to sustain a lot more, and you can see that happening in these team fights. Hiroshi's the one looking for those single targets, getting the curtain called, getting that yo-yo blitz, making sure that they have a hard time, especially too fast for you. Zenny got a good fist crack, but unfortunately, his fist wasn't strong enough. They couldn't really do anything. There was not enough heal on their side. He's got 13 stacks on that Thunderbelt as well. Just not enough. 7-8 minutes into the game, I'll be looking at maybe a 17 to make sure he's going down the right direction. But he has been the shining light for the side of IWT. 3-1-3 so far. I feel like StepBros are slowly taking the game away from them. 4K gold lead. You can see 20 stacks coming in on the Sky Piercer from Hope as well. 3-0-4, he's going to be a problem. Lord is coming up around 25 seconds, but they're looking to see this
Oh
tier
my god,
2
look
top
at
side.
that! That's the flicker right of the drive coming in. Good, something happening. He's on them, causing call and yo-yo blitz getting a kill. What kill? The spirit bomb is taking its place. The turret was taken down. The Fistman walked back, but not enough knockback right there. That's another 2-for-1 trade, although Elo did suffer death. That is not before they actually took out too fast for you. And you know, trading the gold laner for your roam, now, that's not really that bad, especially with the sudden flicker Wrath of the Druids coming onto you.
Yeah, hey, guess what? Oh my goodness, they get the diversion play coming out, and he's using the Death Sonata to get out of harm's way. He in the thick of it, trying to get everything, but he used the fist crack to make sure it buys some time. Hiroshi comes in. There's the glorious path to try and cut them off. Madara trying to save the day, but Zenny goes in, left all alone. Oh my goodness, StepBros, they're not stuck anymore, because you can see Duality coming in to try and buy some time. 1-for-1 trade. The next target is gonna be the Lord, and oh my goodness, I thought that was the play. That was the diversion that they were looking for. Unfortunately, they were not in the washing machine anymore.
Oh, once again, they are here, the diversion play. Oh my god. The lock taken in by Hopeless Retry, but the wrap of the rise taken off Loyi, and she's taken down. Earthor is also down, and once again, the deadly taunts, the taunt coming in, and Zio was just not having a good day today.
Yeah, I feel like he's. To be honest, it's not that he's playing bad, right? It's just the fact that the team composition is just the mid lane. This Valentina has been on a high 5-1-6 against a 1-4-7 Lu Yi. Yeah, it shows that the mid lane prowess coming in from the side of StepBros is much more stronger. And right now, they're trying to make sure they get that super minions in for that holy defense. It's coming in right now. The Lord, not a Luminous one, crashing in. Should be their glorious path to cut them off, slow them down, buy enough time to clear this Lord out. But you can see Eli with the poke, but Zenny goes in with the Fist Wind, but not enough time. Able to kite out of there with the flash combo, unleashing the beast. Hopeless Retry. Oh my goodness, he got the damage going to the Blade Search to buy some time, but the Rhapsody gets the kill. You can see the music, you can listen to the music being played by Eli Hope right now, but slowly, too fast for you, is reaching the power spike that he's looking for. Heavy crossbow comes out, you can see the damage being done, but that's not too much for him to take. He is legendary indeed. They crack open the mid lane, and now the base crystal left exposed. They want to go for more, but I don't know if they will, Meiko.
No, I think they definitely should not. Like, this is a really high time. Like, you should disengage and go back. But look at that. The Rhapsody dealing
the
so much
damage.
damage on the Rondo. Like, he has so much mobility right now. The Arcane Shade and, oh my god, Valentina also with the taunts and Terrify coming in.
Oh,
No,
Glorious
that-
Pathway being used to slow him down, and he gets taken out. Oh, but there is the diversion play. They want to go for it. They catch him off guard. Eli, hope no more. He flickers out. He has the dash. He gets out of harm's way with the slightest bit of HP. Oh my goodness, StepBros not so stuck no more. The flash combo, unleashing the beast. Hopeless Retry takes him down, and Granger surviving when he was almost out. That was... how did he survive that?
Oh, this is crazy. Exactly. I was like, this is finally the time when they will be getting the shutdown. Like, you know, Earth has already got it twice. Like, she already got it onto Valentina and also onto Hopeless Retry. But finally, this time, yes, guys, I am not gonna say that hey, Seven. So I'm just gonna say Valentina. But yeah, exactly. I was like, finally, that they are gonna get a lot of bounty, but no, like, you cannot be greedy. Like, the disengage and the flicker escape. Oh my god, now this is exactly
Yeah,
the
the
carry phase we are hoping for.
Oh my god, the Death Sonata just too much damage. It just does too much damage for them to deal with. They have no way to counter this Granger apart from the early game that they had with this Irithel in lane. And unfortunately, Irithel didn't come out on top. And that's why you can see Eli Hope 11-0-6 getting the Lord started. I think they're a little too early. They should probably wait and reset the Lord so he can become a luminous one.
And it's already 12. Like, I think that was a bit careless, but at the same time, the Lord was literally very, very low. So, like, they should have just, like, seen it way before. And I feel like when they just noticed it, it was already too late to back down.
Yeah, definitely a little too late, but I think the way that they've dominated the game, they could have actually taken it. But to be fair, they have the mid lane inhibitor cracked open. They have the bot lane as well. Now is just the time for the top lane to be sieged. And I think that's what Lucas is looking for. 25 stacks on Badang could be a problem, but that 80 stacks on that Sky Piercer is much more deadly.
They are really, really close. And I feel like once again, if like suddenly Elu goes in with a flicker wrap up the Reds, and that's going to be so bad with a curtain call Yo-Yo Blitz. But Glorious Pathway has been used, lots being melted down. The heavy crossbow has not been used yet, but Yo-Yo Blitz coming in. Wrap Strands with the flicker combo, and
he went for it, right? He completely went for it. We can see the Death Sonata coming out from Eli Hope right now. They're in their base. He's not letting them survive. The Rhapsody's dishing out the damage. He has the immortality to help them survive, but the base crystal left exposed will be the target. They're just having some fun right now. StepBros to pick up game number 2.
that was the swaps. Like, Granger was literally determined on to get a maniac, but the Loy's combos literally stopped him from doing that. But the last moment flicker, he did survive until the end of the game. It's 14-0-7. Now that is really, really impressive. But with this, like 2-0, like this is exactly like StepBros are the one who are gonna move to the next stage right now.
Hey, you got it. They did a great job, right? They were stuck in the first game a little bit, and then they found their way out. Same thing in the second game. They were stuck a little bit, but guess what? StepBro ain't stuck no more. He got out of there. He made sure he was able to shine. 14-0-7 on this Granger is something of an impeccable stat line just because of the fact that they almost got him. They got him. It was a 3v1 against the StepBros, and it was just unbelievable how he got out of there. He was able to flicker, and next thing you know, he survived with the slightest bit of HP, and all thanks to the itemization that he had. He had the rose gold media, he had the flicker available, he had the skill too. He was just able to dash out of there, and it was quite easy because they didn't have a single target lockdown on the side of IWT. They did have the Law and Order coming in from Madara, but it wasn't enough because it's just a single target skill that you get to use after a long time, and he's very mobile, the entire lineup of StepBros, and I think that kind of created a problem. And I guess Too Fast For You has been in some bad form, 264, and
Definitely.
yeah, and
Like I
they
just feel
just came out
like,
on top.
as a marksman player, like I've seen like Ballarat go on with vengeance, and that's like really annoying to me. Like, oh my god, he's just gonna reflect all of my damage back, but look at this. Like he's just like surprise onto your face, flickered onto you inside the base, inside the turret, and suddenly Wrath of the Dreads, you have been immobilized, you have been taunted, and that's it. The Death Sonatas flying at you with an 80 stack Sky Piercer dealing so much damage, and that was just well execution. I just love the execution coming in from Step Bros.
Yep. They're really good. They were great. And I feel like they could not have done it any better. 39% damage. And oh my goodness, if it came down, I would have just said ban the Granger, bro. Just ban the Granger. Don't deal with it. The early game was, of course, a bit of lacking in rotation from EXO, where they were kind of getting dominated by Hee, but still came out with a great KDA. But unfortunately, it was too little too late by then, because the early game is where you want to dominate with the Luyi, not the mid to late game. And they realized that, StepBros, they pressed their advantage in the early game. They tried to get something, although Hopeless Stretcher did go down the first time. They were the IWT got the first blood. Johan was the one to get that kill. They were not able to capitalize because I guess they didn't have their priorities straight at that point. So very well played from StepBros, and wow, what a way
Yeah,
to finish off the group stage for them, right?
definitely. Like once they understood what was wrong, they just literally did not do that again. Like the first match was kind of a roller coaster. Like both the teams were like pretty equal, the skills and everything, and it was like any moment anyone can win. But this was like a pretty much like slow poison death and orchestrated show. Like the domination was constant. Like there was a hope of comeback, but at the same time, they were not really equal. Like ever so slightly, the domination and everything, like it was completely continued, and it was seen through completely by Step Bros. So guys, don't worry, because all of today's matches are over, but we will be back with similarly exciting and lovely matches right tomorrow, and we will be starting with the top four of the Crown Championship.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the ninth inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here I'm screaming, okay, it's a dream. And I pray as a team, one day it'll be me. If I want it, then I get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I don't stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. Looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe.
Exactly what you don't do on the Valentine's Day before
Hey,
she reminds you.
I'm
But
I'm
okay.
already I'm already getting that. I'm already getting that. You don't gotta worry about it. I got presents and stuff planned. I'm a romantic guy like that. It's all right.
Right, that sounds good. But well, so guys,
Nice
we will
advice
be
from
taking off at. Oh my God, who was that?
no mind, no mind. I was just gonna say nice advice from someone who's single, but yeah, peace out.
Hey,
Wow.
come on, like even single people can give advices. Exactly. Peace out. I'm just gonna go sleep, guys. Okay. This is bad. This is not nice. Never mind.
Chalo, while I go and make the mood for Meiko, let's give you guys a good night. Okay, guys? See you. Take care. Have water. Stay healthy, my friends.
I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just